What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. We have a lot to talk about today. In this video, we're going to be talking about some of the best stocks to watch this week and some of the most important news from the weekend. Let us know what stocks you are watching in the comments down below, and then we can cover them in tomorrow's video. But all in all, we have a great video today. Don't forget to subscribe. We post brand new videos every single day. But Tom, what are like some of the top stocks you are watching for this week?
Yeah, like we can see here, Snapchat had a very adventurous earnings last week, and we had a big drop to the downside. Lots of tech ended up going down. We saw Facebook have a big drop. Even Google and Amazon were affected by this in a pretty big way. We can see Amazon was down 2.9% on Friday, and we actually have more earnings coming out this week, and it's just going to be a very action-packed week. You know, we can see on Tuesday we have AMD, Microsoft, Google, Visa. On Wednesday we have Boeing, Ford, Teladoc, General Motors, Coca-Cola. On Thursday, big names: Apple, Amazon, Caterpillar, Shopify. Like, there's almost too many to name right here. We even have Robinhood, Enphase. It's going to be a very action-packed week. Be very careful in the market. These earnings are definitely going to affect lots of stuff. And it's not just like we have one type of sector reporting. We have lots of tech stocks, even oil stocks reporting at the end of the week. So it's going to be a really action-packed and just really crazy week, honestly, with these earnings.
Exactly. So feel free to screenshot this or whatever you'd like. Like Tom said, we have a huge week with earnings. Of course, Apple is definitely going to be on my radar, and even Microsoft and AMD, and then of course Enphase. So definitely keep these stocks on your watch. But Tom, you know what? While the market itself is going relatively crazy, I want to talk a little bit about Tesla. So on Friday, they broke all-time highs. They're at $910 each. They had an amazing reversal off of their earnings report, which was great to see, but they're trending pretty strong, and I feel like this is one you definitely want to have on your radar too.
Yeah, definitely. It's really strong right now. It had a really strong close on Friday as well. It did not move down towards the end of the day or anything like that. And we even saw the SPY kind of start to dip down there. So Tesla's really outperforming, and it's continuing to make these new highs. We can see on the max daily chart here, they broke above that $900 resistance all the way up to $910. I would definitely throw it on your radar as well. I would expect it maybe to almost break $910 here in pre-market. So really be careful with it. I feel like it's going to be a very volatile stock come Monday morning, but hopefully it open. We see a pretty nice move up, kind of like what we saw on Friday at open. You know, lately we've just been seeing this stock explode early on in the morning.
There we go. So I also heard some pretty good news out of China. What's going on there?
Yeah, this is actually really good news. You know, everyone's been talking about the Evergrande situation, and Reuters reported on Sunday that China's Evergrande has resumed work on more than 10 projects in 6 different cities. And this is a pretty big deal. You know, for a while, Evergrande was having a pretty big debt problem. The report came after the company appeared to avert a default last week when it made its last-minute bond coupon payment. But there's still been no reports on progress about a comprehensive restructuring of the company's massive debt pile, per Reuters. So, you know, keep in mind, this is a pretty big deal. I think that with them kind of starting to resume work and stuff like that, I think that's going to help a lot of these China stocks continue to pop. And with this kind of situation getting thrown to the wayside, I think it could maybe make way for BABA to maybe have another run up this week. And, you know, they had a really nice week last week, consolidated here. And even though they didn't really move too much, they didn't really fall either. So I feel like these stocks are really holding their ground, and they could have some pretty good potential.
There we go. So very interesting. Tom, I know we have a lot going on in the market right now, but do you have like any like last minute major news or anything like that?
Yeah, there's one little thing. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said on Sunday that Democrats are close to finalizing an agreement on the social safety net plan that would actually allow for the infrastructure bill to move forward. So pretty interesting news there. If we see some infrastructure news come out this week, we'll definitely keep you guys updated during the weekly videos. But keep in mind that this might come out during the day on Monday or possibly someday this week. So just keep that in mind.
Good stuff. So let's get right into today's Discord member of the day. And today's member of the day is Modern. So huge shout out, Modern. Thanks for asking great questions in the chat, and thanks for being a great member overall. Huge shout out to you. And then Tom, let's get right into these momentum plays for tomorrow. With the first one, we have Snapchat to the downside.
Yep. And with Snapchat, go ahead and make them break the low of it's pretty much the low on this earnings drop here, right around 52.48 or 52.50.
All right, and then with the next one, we have BLNK also to the downside.
Yep. Make BLNK break 27.43 to the downside.
All right, and then last but not least, we have RCL to the upside.
Yeah, here we go. Hopefully these cruise lines can get a nice turnaround here, but make them break above $85.
Sounds good. So we are watching Snapchat and then BLNK for potential day trades to the downside tomorrow, but only if they break below the levels Tom listed. And then we are watching RCL for a potential day trade to the upside tomorrow, only if it breaks above the level Tom listed. So definitely keep those ones on your watch list. And let's get right into the comments from the previous video. So we had a couple people asking about PayPal, Tom. I know Claire asked us to review it. So I know it's down like 1%, or it was down 1% on Friday. It's definitely been selling off a little bit. I know they had that potential deal with Pinterest, but all in all, it's obviously like a good stock, good company. They've grown a lot over the past couple of years, but in the short term, I really wouldn't be surprised if we like retested that support right around like $230.
Yeah, I would not be surprised either. There's definitely lots of supports down around there. And honestly, with the way we're dropping, like I would not be surprised to see it touch that maybe on Monday or Tuesday, even with how quick these sell-offs have been lately. Like you said, though, they are in talks to buy Pinterest, which is a pretty decent deal. But I would think that PayPal for the longer term should do pretty good. They're obviously really big in the financial sector and everything like that as well. So I like them, and I think that for the long term it'll be pretty good. But in the short term, I'm definitely with you. I think it'll keep going down, and really watch for a bounce on these supports. I feel like as it gets down to here, it might make for some pretty good opportunities for shares or even to short some puts.
Here we go. All right, and then we have Morningstar saying Palantir is ready to break out to fill $27.40 and then hopefully the $30 gap. So, yeah, Palantir has been struggling a lot lately, but it's definitely holding its ground right now. And, I'm with you. I'm waiting for that pop back up.
Yeah, me too. It's just been really lately just kind of beaten down, just kind of hanging around these lower levels. And I'm really looking for another retest of that $30 resistance over the next couple of weeks. I think that would make for a pretty good recovery. Hopefully we don't see it fall down and break support like we've seen with a few stocks over the past few days. So I really like Palantir though, and I think their growth could be pretty high if they start to break out.
Awesome. Then we have Angel saying, have you seen HD? So Home Depot, he said cheap calls for next week. So, it's on that slow and steady uptrend, which is great to see. I do see that they have earnings pretty soon, but, they are on an amazing uptrend. And the last time they were on a trend like this, it lasted for like a month or so.
Yeah, it really did. It's really continuing very nicely here, continuing to break these all-time highs. And like you said, the last time they broke highs, they continued to run for a long time. So I could see it possibly running up to maybe 380 or, somewhere like around there. It might not go that high, but we'll just have to see. Generally, like we've seen, they just like to go up very nice and steadily. It's just a slow and steady stock. It doesn't move too much, but generally it'll go up whenever it's on these runs like this.
All right, and with the last comment, we have Krishna saying, how about LRCX? So looking at LRCX, they're not really moving that much. For me, it's just like a mediocre setup. I don't love it to the downside, and I don't love it to the upside either. So I'm just going to stay neutral on it.
Yeah, me too. It's just kind of in the middle of the range on the daily chart. It has been going down a lot lately, and it is kind of bouncing up a little bit right here, but I just don't like the way it's selling off below a lot of technicals. And it really broke that big support at like 553. I really would like to see it maybe bounce off this support around $500. I think that would be a pretty good level to eye up over the next couple of weeks.
Sounds great. So Tom, do you have any last minute stocks, options, or anything you are watching for the rest of this week?
I'm really still eyeing up some of these oil plays like Exxon and Mobil. We can see they're actually getting pretty close to some of these resistances here, like right around $65 on Exxon and Mobil. On Chevron here, they're actually right at the resistance at like $113, $114. I feel like if crude oil, which is /CL, I feel like if they can keep running up and making new highs, I feel like there's a pretty big chance that some of these oil stocks might break out pretty soon. Crude oil is just continuing to run up here. It is not slowing down at all. We're at 83, almost $84 a barrel now. And if we see it keep going up, really watch out for like CVX. They're right at that resistance. And who knows, they might get a pretty big pop. They do have earnings coming up this Friday, though. So be really careful of that.
There we go. So if you're an options trader, definitely check out the first link in the description and the comments down below. We have a coupon running. You can trade with Tom and myself every single day. Daily option swing trades, day trades. We have a bunch of custom bots in a great community. You can cancel at any time. And like I said, we do have a coupon running right now. You can save over $40 off your first month and cancel at any time. Overall, the picks have been pretty well, so definitely check it out. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. We post brand new videos every single day. And then come join Tom and myself live at Market Open every single day on the Stocked Up Live YouTube channel. The link for that is in the description down below. But other than that, thanks for watching.